etc., etc. But I'm actually happy to be on here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, usually in the comments section, but we dragged him on to be on the stream today.
We love to see it.
My back is killing me right now.
From getting dragged on?
We're
That's
getting
crazy.
dragged on.
Don't worry, it'll heal. How's it going, Joel? How's your day been?
Muted, Joel.
You're
Oh,
muted.
you're on mute.
My bad. I was listening. I was looking up a name to hear them how it was pronounced. So my name is fine, but I am fine. Everything has been good. I had work today. I was in the office, so I'm glad to be home and chilling.
Yeah, I feel that. And Didge. Dang, I thought you were frozen for like 2 seconds.
Oh no, I was looking at something off screen. I'm sorry.
You are focusing intently. But how have things been? How's it going?
Oh, it's been good. I'm tired. I feel like I've been running around for the entire week. It's gonna be nice to be able to settle in.
Yeah, absolutely. So just want to remind everybody who is stopping by the channel, if you guys like this kind of news updates or reviews like we did on Monday. Monday was Marvelous Monday. We talked about the Marvels. We also talked about Loki and some Marvel news and rumors. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. But with that, let's get to even more news, especially when it deals with Marvel, starting with Fantastic Four. It seems we finally have our Reed Richards, and it is going to be Pedro Pascal. I don't know if I ever would have picked this, even though I don't do fan cast. But even then, I don't know. This is a very interesting pick, and I feel like it's very timely considering I don't know what just happened. Considering Pedro's
I'm glad I wasn't the one that heard that. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna. If nobody else says anything, I'm keeping moving.
I tried to fight through it. I can't. But I feel like it's very timely considering Pedro's career. It seems like they just want to put him in any and every project, and I'm liking Pedro. So you know what? I'm down. I'm down with it. But Trayvon, we'll start with you. How do you feel about Pedro Pascal entering the MCU as Reed Richards?
Like I said, this was a surprise. This is not anybody I thought would be Reed Richards. It's an interesting choice. I can't wait to see what they do with it. To me, it just makes me think about the other characters. I'm like, so everybody else is going to be around the same age, I guess. So it's like, so now they won't be younger like I was thinking they would be, maybe. So it's interesting. I'm just curious on what they're going to do with the rest of the cast. Now, it just made me more excited to see who they announce for the rest. Honestly, he's great, but Reed Richards is not the body I thought would be him. That's not the character I was expecting. But it's an interesting surprise, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm not against it, but I also, like you, I wasn't ever expecting them to say Pedro Pascal, he's going to be the guy. But what about you, AJ? You're very into these kind of fan castings and always are oh, this is my best pick. I want to do this. If y'all aren't following AJ on Twitter, he has a lot of fandoms and passions that he likes to talk about. But for this particular casting, how do you feel about it?
I was surprised as just like all you guys were on this casting, but I feel like it's actually a pretty good choice. For me personally, I think Pedro Pascal can play that lovable type of character and at the same time play that detached type of character like Reed Richards. And we see that a little bit within The Last of Us. So I can see this casting, and thanks to this casting, I also have fan castings for the other for the other characters that we can get into later on. But yes, I really did thought this was a surprise. I did not see this coming. I thought Didge at first. I thought Didge was just being over dramatic, and I was like, okay, he wasn't. It was
typical Didge, man.
See, it's crazy how y'all do me.
Dang, why is it y'all? It's just him. Yeah, definitely. I'm agreeing with you there. I know Mike, aka Novice Cinephile, in the comments said man had to book life after The Last of Us 2.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, we if you've seen the game, you know what's gonna happen. So I'm sure he will have some free time once they get to that portion
Hey.
of the content. But
Man, the game been out forever. They should know.
Still,
Not a lot of people play games,
I
Didge.
don't know.
I know
I don't
nothing.
know.
I'm just assuming by
don't
y'all
yeah,
talking, I think I
don't
forgot what
sleep
happened.
on it.
All right.
I blame Didge.
Things be
You
happening.
play AJ. Well, actually, Mike said it. Then Jamie came in with the rest of it.
Wait, what did I,
I
say?
mean,
Hold on.
I was so used to blaming you for stuff. I'm sorry. That was just habit. That was habit.
Well, since you're talking already, what is your opinion about this casting?
I honestly don't know what to think. Like, it's on some level, it's like, okay, cool. Pedro Pascal, he's great in a lot of things, but also he's in a lot of things. And it's like, is this the route that we were thinking for Reed? And clearly for Marvel it is. So it's like, I can't fault them for picking who they think is the best for the job. I hope it's not we know everybody loves him, so this is going to get butts in seats type of deal.
It can be both.
It could. It's. I feel like it's always a little bit of both when you're picking your lead, but it's so out of left field that I'm just kind of like, I wonder. I want to see how this settles. Like that. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
I feel like everybody's gonna have that same mentality, but once it actually shows, everybody like, yes, Pedro Pascal is the perfect casting for Reed Richards. Yes, he is. He was born to play this character as soon as they watch
it away, though, then it's like, okay, yeah, then this man killed it. Like, I don't. It's not like I'm trying to say he's gonna show like he might not blow it away. Like that's not the point. It's just like this was like you said, everybody's been shocked already with like, wow, this is who they went with.
Isn't that a good thing though? Everybody shocked. Like everybody didn't know what was happening or anything. It's just like a surprise, like you said, out of left field.
It was so out of left field. But I mean, I'm excited because I think now that means that the rest of the four should be. Mike just killed my entire train of thought with that comment. Sorry, you might as well bring it up on screen. Wow.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Vanessa Kirby. Funny enough, she's also in Napoleon. I was just talking about that. That's funny.
She's in a lot of things.
Yeah, she is. It should be. I'm hoping that we get the rest that we want. Like, just are they going to go out left field with all of them? That's kind of where I'm at now. Like, where are you going with the rest of these castings now? Maybe
return Chris Evans. Let's do it.
That'd be hilarious.
Bring him back.
Maybe stop it.
Are we worried at all that he won't be able to do multiple movies considering how long they take to make?
No.
I am.
The longer the better, honestly. It's right now that he's really busy.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about age-wise. Like the movie is.
No, man.
It take 4 years to make, or 3-4 years.
Tom
to make.
Cruise like 68 doing stunts still.
Michael Keaton did a movie this year. He's 70 something.
Right.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Pedro's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Be all right.
It's not like
I'm actually fine if you want a younger cast for the Fantastic Four. What do you want the Fan Four
for him to be well, I mean, I didn't have problem with those movies, any of them. So everybody hates everything. I enjoyed those.
So, let's not talk about hate, Trayvon.
Pedro Pascal is only 48. He got years ahead of him.
48 that bad.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Just I'm talking about how long these movies take to make.
They do.
There's also that Reed is not a physically demanding role.
True.
Also CG.
True as well.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Okay.
That
The Reed I always looked at as older. I don't like a younger Reed anyway. So it works out.
Yeah. So do you like this casting, Joel?
I love this casting. And it's just like everybody else. I did not expect it, nor was I thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I always figured he'd get a role eventually with Marvel. I just didn't know what. I just hoped it was something juicy and not just a random villain that they could kill off. Just give me something that he could stick around. And this is pretty big if it's true. as far as we know, because the trades are calling it, I would say yes. But even they're saying it's not a done deal just yet. So let's just, I'm pretty confident that we're good. But just in case, just throwing it out there, it's not signed in the sealed and delivered just yet.
Right.
But if it is true, I am very excited for it because I think if at the very least you got a super talented actor who is super hot right now because considering he is everywhere,
right,
seems to be like the number one choice for anybody, so that's smart on them to get one of the hottest names in Hollywood, which is par for the course for them anyway. But this is still a pretty big move if it works out.
I don't know if it would affect her casting. I mean, let's not act like Hollywood won't do an older man, very younger woman, and say like, "Oh yeah, they're within 5 years of each other."
I don't know how old is Elizabeth. I mean, again, that's also very similar to comic anyway. So
also fair.
Yeah, very true. So I mean, I know AJ kind of wanted to talk about some fan castings to pair with the casting of Pedro Pascal for Reed Richards. So we would all love to hear your ideas.
All right, so Sue Storm is first. I have Crystal Reed as my Sue Storm. After the whole Finasco with Swamp Thing, I need her to move over to Marvel real quick, just to get back at DC. For Swamp Thing.
They're weeping.
I think she's a great actress. That's one thing.
Fine.
Not a lot of people recognize her much like Pedro Pascal, but I think she will do a great job alongside Pedro. Ben Grimm, I want Alan Rickson, the guy that did Reacher. So
Rich.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Johnny Storm. This probably be the randomest one. I have Dev Patel, the guy that did Lion, Green Knight, and Slumdog Millionaire.
That was the most random one. You were
that
right.
That
was another out of left field. That one was like you just.
I did not see that.
Yeah, like, hey, just throw it out there.
He's been fan casted for Reed Richards, and you got him for fucking Johnny.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
But yeah, I feel like he will do a great job. He, much like Crystal Reed, he's not as known as Pedro, but I feel like he's a great enough actor that can hold his own
he's a great
in
actor.
a movie. He would be perfect. Future with a new Fantastic Four and for a long time because he's not even that old either. He's like what, 42 maybe, probably younger.
Dev Patel, he is 33.
Is he 33?
Yeah,
that's even that. Look, that's even better. 40. That's even better.
I had to think about it as you were talking 40s. I'm like, wasn't this man like 16 in Slumdog Millionaire?
That is true. That is true. But my last casting is Victor Von Doom.
Would be a thing.
Who's
my last casting is Victor Von Doom, and I have him as Ben Barnes.
The new from the new Scream.
Oh, spoiler.
Somebody in the comments said Mason Gooding.
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was. I was like,
Mason Gooding or Rudy Pankow.
That's the one Sabrina is in love.
Yeah,
he's so spot on that it's not gonna happen. That's what it is. That's what
I could see this guy being him. You are right. He could for sure.
You just looked up a picture of him?
Yeah, the first. No, I'm talking about Rudy Pankow. Yeah, the first picture. Yeah. It's like a picture of him, like in like a, I don't know, he's in some type of car, and he's like looking back like this, and it's like that looks like a Johnny Storm picture. Just that.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Any other fan casting? Say that again.
Victor Von Doom.
Oh, that's right.
Ben Barnes will play Victor Von Doom.
Okay. I like that.
Ben Barnes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
And now
puts
that they
him-
have an older Reed, then we can have an older Doom, and that's
He's around the same age.
yeah. I mean, Ben Barnes, what, late
42.
30s? Oh wow, well, yeah, they're on the same age. Then.
That's
How
what I'm saying.
old is Pedro? How old is Pedro?
48. Pedro's
48.
48. But
God
I
damn,
mean-
my man is up there. All right, that's not bad.
right.
All right, cool. Well, speaking of Pedro Pascal and The Last of Us success, and will he have time to do this or that?
He's hitting every major IP he can get.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
he
He
retires.
is.
His agent should be paid very well. But we also have an update from The Last of Us. I don't know if it's going to be in like season 2, part 1, or part 2, or how they're going to break that up. But in the content from The Last of Us 2 from the game, there's a character named Abby, and it seems like Caitlin Dever is rumored to play Abby. Did I say her name right? I have no idea.
Debbie?
I apologize.
The Deaver? I forget. How's it spelled? I forget.
It's D Ever.
It's D Ever.
What? D Ever? Yeah. Deaver, I think.
Deaver?
Yeah.
Kaylin Deaver?
Yeah, I believe it's Deaver.
I'm
Of
not
No One Will
familiar
Save
with
You
her work.
fame. She was in No One Will Save You.
I
That's the only thing I know her from.
Okay.
I'm watching a show now that she's in, which is weird how that worked out.
Maybe it's the stars aligning.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but like just going based off the pictures, like I can see her playing Abby, so I'm like, oh, okay, like I would
She
be
was
open
a top choice for Ellie at one point before she aged out of it.
That's sad for her, but maybe she could come back. Maybe she could get it.
Redemption.
So I'll start with you, Joel, since you're also now watching a project that she's in. How do you feel about this Caitlin playing Abby in The Last of Us HBO show?
I'm 100% down with that. I think she's a good actress. Obviously, there's certain things you're gonna want to see her hit, like the gym. but I can't imagine that's too difficult with enough time and training. It's really just, to me, it's just the arms, because she's sleeveless a lot.
You can't be lopsided. You gotta do the whole thing.
No, I know, but she's got, like, if you see her, it's what really pronounces your arms.
Right, yeah. Sleeveless shirts, big arms.
Yep. Yeah, that's all it is. So that you get some definition in them arms, make them look like you've been doing pull-ups and stuff all day. She'll be all right. And look, she's not always like that. I don't know if anybody played the game. She's not always so beefy. But I'm excited if that's the case. I do look forward to seeing what season 2 and possibly even season 3 of The Last of Us bring us. So that would be really cool.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, I remember I had this thought when I was like looking at her pictures. I'm like, yeah, I could see her as Abby, but there's like one scene of Abby that is very like risque and in my opinion kind of awkward, and I didn't need to see what I saw. And imagining like Caitlin kind of being in a similar scenario, like I imagine she's much younger than me. At least she looks much younger than me. And like I don't want to see this girl do all this.
She is 26,
stuff.
by the way.
She's 26. Wow, good for you, Caitlin. Good for you. But yeah, I still don't want to see her do any stuff like
that's
bang,
fair.
bang.
That's fair.
So yeah, I don't know. That was just my own personal thought. But Didge, how do you feel about this fan casting?
I like how after the age you tried to rush through the rest of it. I think it'll work out. Like Joel said, you do want to see her just get bigger arms. That's about it. And hopefully with her casting, the backlash that it got from the character in general just doesn't go to her. I think that's the thing I feared most about whoever was casted.
Good
is that people are jerks already, and this character got a lot of hate. So I can fully see it, that just being expanded upon with how many people who didn't play the game, but now they're going to see it for the first time in the show. I don't want the same kind of backlash to be there, and I'm really afraid that it is.
I feel like part of that, like avoiding the backlash for the show, would have to be like a little bit of reorganization when it comes to telling the story. And I feel like they talked about like what they wanted to do with season 2 and kind of like go deeper into like Joel and Ellie's story before they get into The Last of Us Part 2. And like if we can have little sprinklings of Abby here and there, and also just going deeper into that discussion of like the decision that Joel made and like how Ellie feels about it, and kind of like see their relationship mature kind of in the forefront rather than seeing the thing that happens at the beginning of the game and then reflecting. I feel like we can kind of avoid some of that backlash. There are always still going to be like some diehards that are just going to be mad just to be weirdos, but
Yep.
I think we can avoid some of the backlash if we like kind of prepare people for it, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah, but what do you think about this, AJ? Do you like Caitlin Dever?
Let's go with that for now.
Sure. Do you like that
Yeah,
casting?
so much like what Joanne, not Joanne, Jesus Christ,
I'll
Joel
text
said,
him. Maybe he'll join.
Joel said she definitely needs to hit the gym. That's
Yeah.
like number one priority right there for now. I liked her in Booksmart. She was really funny in Booksmart. She was really cool in that movie. I think that's about the only thing I've seen from her.
You don't watch
So
Love
that-
Will Save You?
Oh yes, I did say that. Yes,
I want to see it. I'll watch that this weekend. That's
It's
Yeah,
great.
it's a really good. It's a really
I
good
hear-
movie. It's
I hear
on
it.
Hulu.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna check it out. I'm gonna check
Really
it out.
good movie.
She was good in that. She was really
She's
good.
very talented. So for me, I like the casting just because she's talented, and I feel like that with this role, it'll like spread her wings out a little bit more acting wise, to see how her range goes from from this game, or sorry, from the series of The Last of Us. Um, but yeah, much like what Joel said, definitely just at the gym, number
Yeah.
one priority.
Yeah. And then before we get to Trayvon, Mike put a comment in the chat, said probably won't be the same backlash because video game fans are different than HBO fans. Just look at the Attack on Titan anime versus the manga. I mean,
Sure.
yes, but also they changed some things between the anime and the manga to make it a little bit more palatable. So I feel like they're probably going to do the same
Yeah.
between the game and the show.
I guess, yeah, it is an adaptation, not just a direct one-to-one translation.
Right.
You also have to remember during the last season with the Bill episode, there was still a lot of backlash.
There
with
were
that
a lot of
episode.
people upset about the Bill episode.
Yeah, so
That's just
it could be the same thing with Abby. So
I mean, like I said,
It won't be.
You're going to get it,
It won't be the
but
same.
it is what it is.
Yeah. But
funny enough, the Bill episode was the highest viewed show episode of the show too.
I
Sure
think
it
it
was.
was one of the better
Very,
episodes.
very good
honestly.
episode. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a really good episode.
On the
Mhm.
closet ones watched it. Oh yeah. Yeah.
As well. As well.
As well, yes. But Trayvon, yeah, go ahead. Tell us what you think about this. But
Yeah.
also, I'm
Right.
curious to hear what I guess your perspective on like the backlash. Like I know you were kind of giving like some little hints here and there. So if you would like to expand on that, please do.
I mean, that episode, I loved it. I was like, this is great to see. And when I watched it, that's the first thought I had was, ooh, this is gonna go over well, I'm sure. And when it's always different. When it's two men, backlash is hateful, but when it's two women, a lot of times it's more acceptable. Just saying, this is how it is. And this, I don't know much about this show. I not gonna lie, I probably won't be watching it. I'm happy for y'all. I like her. I think she's cool and book smart, but I'm happy for her that she's casted in this big show. That's all I got. That's about it.
I'm curious why you don't want to watch the season.
I didn't finish the first part, so I'll just be honest with you.
Dang, where'd you
Sure.
leave off?
I don't know.
Nah, he don't care.
I'm not a zombie show person or zombie anything. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, not
So
a.
that makes sense.
Especially these
Yeah.
zombies. They're like fungus zombies.
I was like,
Oh, they're not zombies. They're infected.
There we go.
there you go.
They're zombies.
Please use the correct terminology.
Get out of here. They're zombies.
All right, on to the next. With,
It's Denver. Like,
it's
did that say Denver without the N?
Denver.
Who did?
Mike
Oh.
posted it in Discord. It's Denver, like
Is
Denver.
Is
Yeah.
Denver without the N?
See, I knew it was D ever. Dang it.
Definitely
I
Dever
knew
though,
it.
so it's not D ever either.
See, but you put D ever together, it's Dever.
Denver without the N makes way more sense. Dever. All right, so
Well,
it's
we're
Dever.
sorry for mispronouncing your name.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Caitlin.
We apologize.
You're great at book smart.
You
You're
were
very
ready.
great
No
at
one will
book
save
smart.
you.
But yeah, on to the next story on some kind of unfortunate news. It seems that the Avengers Kang Dynasty director, he's out. He's no longer going to be directing
What is his name?
that film anymore.
Justin
It
Daniel
has to be,
Cretton.
yeah.
Cretton.
Yes.
Cretton? Is it?
Cretton.
Is it
Cretton.
Cretton?
Oh,
Cretton.
I believe it is Cretton.
Like,
Oh,
Mike-
God, let's not
It's
get a
Cretton.
second name
I've heard him
wrong.
say it. It's Cretton. I've
There
heard
you
him.
go. It's
okay.
not- when I see it in my head, it says Cretton, but you never know. I read Deaver. Remember that.
For people like myself that do not be having huge catalogs of all these people in my mind, what other projects or films has
Shang-Chi.
Miss
Shang-Chi.
Cretton?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the most
Shang-Chi.
important
You
one.
just call him Cretton?
No.
He did that
Shang-Chi.
other show, didn't he? Hold on.
He also did some episodes on American Born Chinese. and that
Yes, I
show
love
was
American
Yeah.
Born
Oh,
Chinese. is
See,
right.
okay, I was kind of conflicted on watching that, but then I saw like a clip somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, this actually was better than I thought it was gonna be."
I like that.
That
a lot.
show is great.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
have to
like
check
it
it
a lot.
out. I'm gonna have to check it out.
I watched like
He
two
was also
episodes of it.
director of Short Term 12.
All right.
Short Term 12. What is that?
It's a movie, I believe.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea.
It got Brie Larson in it. That's the only thing I know about the movie.
That's right. They do know each other.
He said, "That's right."
Oh, I didn't know he did. Wait. Is this-
Caitlin Deaver's in it as well.
Oh, the
Dever.
stars.
Never.
Never.
Also
Jesus.
got the name wrong. Jesus. We are off the rails here. All right.
Oh,
It's
goodness.
better to get it right than to forget and keep saying
You're
it
right.
wrong.
You're
I
right.
didn't
You're
know he
right.
directed Just Mercy. That movie was tense.
What's that
It's
one?
good though. With Jamie Foxx.
I didn't know he
Michael
directed
Weed.
that either.
That's what it says up here.
Well, he won't be directing Kang Dynasty.
And Brie
so-
Larson.
He'll be
Larson's in
working
that
on
Yeah.
He is a producer on Wonder Man, which is
right.
supposedly
Yes,
supposed to
a
start
different
filming in
Marvel
November.
project.
Correct.
so-
Isn't he still supposed to be direct? I was going to say
Shang-Chi,
directing and writing
Oh, right.
Shang-Chi too.
Yeah,
I just threw directing and writing
that's the
together.
main project.
Yeah, that's
The main
Yeah, so
project.
he'll be doing Shang-Chi too as well. So
that's
holler.
good. Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of messy stuff going on with the MCU as far as like who's in what project, who's leaving what project. I don't know if this is how things usually are because like literally before I met you guys, I was not following entertainment news like this at all. So do the phases of Marvel typically have a lot of these like drops and ads and twists and turns, or is this pretty irregular?
Honestly, I think that this is a little bit more indication of where we think the tides are turning in the Kang situation. I don't, because the fact that he's still doing the other Marvel projects, I don't think it was a we don't want you for this movie anymore. It's a
This movie's
Change
done.
this-
this character might not be
We might-
as prominent as he was when we first said, "Hey, we want you to do this movie."
we may be going in a different direction.
Yeah.
They're slowly canceling the movie. Slowly.
Like
Like-
I think,
or
I think
rejiggering
I don't
it.
think it's gonna get canceled because I think it's instead the name change will happen.
It probably won't be a King Knight. It'll probably be something
Right.
else.
Mm.
I think
We'll
that's
see.
what this is sort of showing.
We'll see.
It's
I
interesting.
mean, I don't think you can just settle it that quickly though. So hopefully they do close it better than where it is currently.
This
Yeah.
is not like a Star Wars situation where it's creative differences.
Right.
It's more of like it's actually
An issue.
a story thing issue. So
Mhm.
especially since he's still sticking with Marvel, you already know they're still on good terms with this anyway.
Yeah. It seems like a mutual parting of ways. Like, we're gonna do something different. He's like, well, then I'm not
Honestly,
really as interested.
it full on could be. Look, he's not doing King Dynasty and whatever they name it, Battle World or whatever. It's
Battle
yo,
World.
he's actually directing Avengers Battle World or whatever. And it's like, oh, you know,
You could have kept him on as the director though. Still,
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason why
less
they
dramatic.
took him off is because they're just going to scrap the whole movie anyway and start anew.
Start over.
Yeah.
I can see that. I mean, I don't want to, but it's
why did they just announce that he was off instead of just saying that project was canceled?
Slowly,
I don't think they announced it, did they? I thought it was more so it just happened to get leaked out.
Well, it's also something they probably haven't made a final decision on.
Right.
Oh, so this isn't actually like
I don't think Marvel has come out and been like, "Yo, he's not on this." I think it's sort of like people are saying like, "Oh, I heard that he's no longer on this," and they might not have heard the full conversation on. Well, the reason why he's no longer on this is because there's no movie on anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly.
A lot of possibilities, just like the multiverse. Well,
see it.
Before we move on, I see Arkwinder put a comment in the chat. We'll close stream. Pedro Pascal about to become a dad to another incredibly powerful kid.
True.
On a much different scale, but yeah.
Yes, indeed. Not gonna be a father just yet, though. You gotta
true.
You gotta wow.
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know. They might.
Do you guys think they might just like skip to that point?
You lose too much to do that.
Yeah,
I'd rather they didn't.
There's so much story you got to tell in between that.
Yeah. I'd rather they didn't rush it, but
right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was more sooner than later. But we'll see.
I could see that.
Interesting. Well, speaking of super kids, let's talk about Superman.
These transitions are something else, Jamie. Yo,
Superman. The villain appears to be cast, which Angela Spice is going to be played by Maria Gabriela de Faria.
There you go. You got to do all the names going forward.
Whoa, time out. Before we get into that, Mike said, rumor said the kids are in the movie.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. Fun.
Makes sense. I mean, honestly, that makes sense.
That's way
His
quicker than I
kids are
thought.
some kids.
That'd be crazy.
The only kids that matter.
Random kids. You just see a little boy walk by like, hey,
Franklin and Valeria. We'll see.
No, it's gonna be Wiccan.
Imagine.
I mean, he's showing up in Agatha.
Wrong children.
Interesting. Well,
we'll see.
We'll have to see.
A lot of rumors out there. Things change.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, going back to Superman, the villain has been cast. I don't know if I want to try and say the name again, but I'll
Maria Gabriela de Faria, I believe.
Yeah.
Playing who? The engineer,
Angela Spice.
Speaker.
Oh, Speak Up. Oh, damn. Well, I almost got it. I don't know who Angela Spica is, though. Can somebody explain?
She is a prominent member of the Authority.
Why you just sound like a South Park character?
Because that's the first thing that popped into my head.
That's a great way.
The Authority. Now, the Authority, as you know, has been announced as one of the next couple DCU movies being brought to light in the future. We don't know when yet. And like I said, as far as I know, she's a founding member of the original team. She kind of has she's like a really like a more advanced version of T-1000, like in terms of powers. She's like a living machine, but like a computer. But she has like liquid metal abilities, and she can fly and shit like that. She's really powerful.
She's an Xbox.
She's a giant flying Terminator, correct? So she can get shit done. So it's very interesting because they did well. The trades described it as a villain, but obviously James Gunn came out and said that's kind of a strong word. So I'm curious what the deal is there.
She survives.
Yeah, but like, what is her role in the movie? Is my question. Like, why would she be antagonistic in this? I guess would be the.
Oh, so she's
I'm
not
curious.
usually that way.
No,
Think
like
you
I
could,
said,
The authority is good.
the authority are good, even though they're.
Oh, I thought they were like
They don't
anti.
care. It's very different.
Okay.
They're like
Okay.
they don't play by the rules. That's really it. Yeah.
Oh,
They're like
that's how you
I can see Superman not liking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that they will kill you if need be. That's
Yeah, and I
basically
could
what
see
it is.
him being like, "Yo, that's a little too far."
Yeah, and they
Take
will
a step
go there.
back.
Now I don't know how many of them are in this. As far as I thought that was all swerve after hearing some of the characters that were casted already, but apparently one of them actually is in it, and apparently it is the engineer. So interesting. I'm very curious how they're gonna include all these new characters into the Superman movie.
Well, didn't he say that like superheroes were a thing already?
They exist, yes.
So like
in this world, so
other than her, who's probably like you said going to, obviously she's prominent in it. It could be just sort of some of these people who have been casted. You sort of see them or hear them in passing. You know,
yeah, they probably have cameos, more
right?
or less.
Like they're probably going to be serious, like for something major down the line. But my assumption with that was always, well, since superheroes exist, you may hear about a Green Lantern or whoever they're showing in here.
Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a prominent role, but
right.
but
That's how I took it, at least.
Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, just like he's not a very prominent role in any of the Guardian movies that he's in. Nathan, I mean, not Guy.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, I can see that happening. I'm still curious how the story's gonna play out. I don't even really understand what the story really is, but we've got so many castings that are not mainline Superman castings so far that I'm very curious when we're gonna get to, like Jimmy Olsen.
I'm
Like
so
stuff
shocked
like
that we haven't gotten him in Lex.
Right,
Like,
Jimmy. Lex,
the fact that was our next casting
Barry.
was also out of left field.
Yeah, those are. We'll see. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's exciting getting all these new characters, but I'm very curious when we get to those.
And it's still on track for it's what was it, July 11th, 2025?
I believe so.
Still on track for its release date, they said. So
July
that's
11th, 2025. Correct.
That's a good thing, at least.
The beginning of the month, and Thunderbolts ends that month right now because it moved.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting. Same month as Superman.
Let's see. Arcwinder left a comment that said, if the authority is going to be the moral challenge to Superman's killing rule, then I could see Gunn borrowing from Superman versus the Elite.
I could definitely see that. For sure. With the Elite, like 4 of them, there's like at least 6 or 7 of these damn authority. But again, that's like a whole team's dynamic versus I could say a Justice League. So that could be like a whole movie right there. But if the authority are going to get their own movie, we'll have to get introduced to them and their way of doing things. Will they include multiverses? Because I know that they deal with that in their own right. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot they have to explain to us.
Didn't they just have a run together, Superman and the Authority? I know.
Yes.
I swear, Comixology just recommended that. Like, oh, you bought this, you might be interested in it.
There was a modern version with Superman in it, and it's like
okay.
It's weird.
I didn't know if the full, like I said, I didn't read it. I know they recommended it to me. And I was like, I wonder if they're recommending this to me because like they're hearing things. They right after the Superman Woman of Tomorrow announcement, and as soon as I went on Comixology, that was at the top of the page. Like, you might want to read this. Yeah. So I thought maybe they knew some
maybe
things
not that.
like,
if you're gonna read Authority, I'd read the original Authority. That's kind of more, especially if they're using Engineer, because the Authority were originally the Stormwatch first.
Okay.
And there's certain members rolled over into Authority and became members of the Authority. Stormwatch was also a team back in the day. But we'll see. I don't know. They're an interesting group of superheroes. So it's a whole new genre it's a whole new thing for people to get to. They're just new people in this DC universe that are not normally connected to the DC universe really because they're like Wildstorm. So it's going to be very interesting how they interact with the rest of the DCU.
Bring on Apollo and Midnighter.
Mike left a comment. He said, quote, whatever happened to truth, justice, and the American way, end quote. It's definitely the direction that DC needs to take Superman.
It's not the
Loki
American way anymore.
sounds racist. I don't know. When you add the
Yeah, no,
American way at the end.
What is it? I
It's
forgot
not
what
American way anymore. It's
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
I forget what it is now, but it's not American way.
I'm like, I don't know if I want that Superman.
A better
He
tomorrow.
might-
Truth,
Better
justice, and a
tomorrow.
better tomorrow.
There you
He
go.
might be wearing flags on his uniform. Like, I don't need that.
Not the right type of flags either.
Yeah, not the right type of flags. So
Superman is not for just one country. That's why. That's all the world.
Oh, he just literally meant the book. Don't come.
Oh, you mean the
hey
book?
man, how are we
Oh, my
supposed to
bad.
know?
I didn't know.
How
Don't
are we
offend
supposed to
Superman.
know?
That's the name of the book. All right, well, they can go that direction, sure. They
Yeah.
can go a lot of different directions.
He'll go get a cat from a tree, Mike.
Damn.
Sound like a
Why
hater
you
right
sound
now,
so
Trayvon.
bitter about him getting the cat from a tree? Cats are cool,
He's like, burn the cat down. I'm like, that's not how that works.
right?
Burn
Don't
the
you want to
cat
chop
down.
the tree down to get the cat?
Laser it.
Can't wait to see this movie.
Oh, you don't want to see them? That's
Plus,
why.
I
Okay.
can't
I thought
wait
you-
to see
Oh,
Oh, okay. I was
Can't
about to
wait
say
to
I thought
see
you liked
what he
is
does
it
with
David Cornsweet?
David
it.
Corn.
It's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I sent you pretty good
He's
pictures.
cool. I thought you had the hots for him before.
Mm,
Oh.
it's cool.
It takes a while for him to get over his bitterness.
Yeah, I'm still hurting from the last couple of days.
You know I can't read, Mike. Come on now.
Oh, I didn't know that was what it was called. Every time I think about it, I think about the movie, the animated movie.
I didn't read it, so I shouldn't know.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. Nerd.
I watched
Anyway.
the movie. If anyone is interested, you can watch Superman vs. the Elite on Max. It's on Max.
Ah, okay. There you go.
There you
Maybe
go.
some recommended watching there.
That's it.
I'm curious.
I'll do
Hey,
that.
what's going on? CTL 6985. That's a good name.
What up?
What's up?
Yo,
So does anybody have any more thoughts about like this Superman casting, or maybe just about the movie in general? I know Trayvon, you were saying you were excited to see this.
No, just when I found out that she was part of Authority, I was just like, okay, that means Apollo Midnight are around the corner. Give me them. That's my thought. So that's how I thought about it. When I first heard it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know who that is. But when you told me, I was like, okay, now move her. give me
Move her.
Yeah, give me that here.
yikes. No, I'm excited
Okay.
for it. I mean, it. At the very least, we know we're getting a villain that we don't typically see like on film. Well, yeah, villain. I'm sorry, that we don't typically see going up against Superman, at least on film, which is gonna be cool. Like, it's not gonna be. If anything, it should be a very new story than what most people are, familiar with.
Yeah.
For sure. It already sounds like something I've never seen.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
I'm very open to that, honestly. My Adventures with Superman, it made me like the character a whole lot more because we had a different perspective of Superman. Also, like, I don't think we've ever seen a Superman that young. So keep bringing me different perspectives of Superman.
You haven't seen it, Superman.
Me personally. But yeah, I'm ready for it. We good? Wait, on to the next. I believe Trayvon added this to the docket, talking about the Madam Web trailer that dropped earlier today.
Oof.
Let's talk it.
There were a lot of thoughts about this. I
I
want to
got
start
thoughts.
with Trayvon because I feel like he's mostly on the positive side of this one. So what did you think about this trailer, and are you excited about the film?
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks fun. It's interesting. I don't know any of these characters except for Madam Web. I was like, okay, I've heard of Madam Web before. I don't know this Ezekiel guy. Like, it was just a whole bunch of Googling for me after the trailer went off. I was like, who are these people? And and then you get little flashes of the suits that are in, and you saw the spider legs and stuff. I was like, it's intriguing. It's cool. Like, what are we doing here? What is this what is this story? And then I found out about the spider totem and all that stuff. I was like, okay, this sounds very cool. This sounds very interesting to me. So I want to see. I want to see this movie. So
Get Trayvon learning about the spider totem.
Yeah, I
I
was
see
about to
you.
say, like, all the stuff you were talking about made me
Doing
more
research
interested than
now.
the trailer did,
I see
honestly.
you.
yeah, I was Googling like the other day. I was like, who is Ezekiel Sims? I was like, what is all of this? So yeah, it's interesting to me, and
It has potential.
yeah, I want to see. I want to see what they're gonna do with it.
Oh man, Arcwinder. None of you better make jokes about this movie like you did Morbius. Jokes make me laugh too hard, not gonna lie. I mean,
I enjoy Morbius except for that post.
if Mike was here, I'm
Yeah,
sure he'd probably be
those
trying to
credits are
crack a
terrible.
few right now. I mean, we've got some people on the panel that might,
Not too much,
honestly.
Mike.
I enjoyed Morbius too.
I did not.
The post credits were not good.
Morbius
I
was
haven't
terrible.
seen it. I
Morbius-
haven't.
Morbius
I
You don't
watched
need to.
like
Morbius was
maybe
good.
the
It's
first
just the post-credit.
10-ish minutes, and I
It's
was like,
fine.
That was more than you needed to watch.
It's entertaining if you're not looking for too much of a plot. Just watch.
oh,
the
If you're
movie.
not
I'm
looking-
big on story, so I'm like,
Yeah,
It's
still- if-
terrible.
if you don't need
It's
a lot.
not.
Of
Terrible.
Terrible is a stretch.
It's not.
No
It's
comment.
not.
Loki's terrible.
oh, well, AJ, what did you
That's
think
what I
about
was
the
gonna go
Batman
with.
Web trailer?
Now I watch Morbius before I watch Loki.
Oh boy,
It's
Yeah.
rough on you.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's
sorry
crazy.
for that for you.
Ooh,
Sorry
interesting.
for all of us.
But
That's how I
AJ,
felt
did-
when I saw it. I was sorry for all of us too that movie was out.
It wasn't that bad. Chill.
Did you see the trailer, AJ?
Yes, I did, and it was a trailer. I'll say that. I'm not gonna be mean. There was some cool stuff in there. I'll say that. But it just looks like a good old generic Sony / Marvel movie that's never good. So that's all I'll just say about that.
Didge, I feel like you have some similar thoughts.
It happened, right? You know. It came out today. The movie will come out sometime next year, and people will see it for better
Damn.
or for a lot of worse.
There we go.
You know, it's a thing. That's all I got. I don't want to be mean either. It's a thing.
Dang, I'm kind of in the
Yes.
middle. Like, I feel like I don't think it's gonna be the best movie ever. I definitely don't think that.
Liar.
But I think it'll be something that I think it'll be something that will be kind of an interesting watch, especially now, like with the added context that Trayvon has given us about like different things to expect with some Madam Web lore. So I feel like as long as they're able to like integrate that into the film in some way, it should be cool. It's also like I feel like we don't really get to see like a woman go out to try to protect another group of girls. Like I don't really know what that is about. I'm curious to see like how that all comes together. And the whole like time looping thing, although I don't know how I feel about the way that it was done in the trailer per se, but I think that idea is kind of interesting and not really something I was expecting when the idea of talking about like Madam Web and like how she's like related to like the Spider-Man universe was not thinking it was going to have anything related to time at all. So I was more so intrigued by all like the mysteries surrounding like what we've seen than the actual trailer itself. But Joel, what did you think about this trailer? Did it also happen for you?
Did what happened for me?
The trailer.
Oh, it happened for sure. Happened for me. I had a good time with it though. I wasn't. I described it as a. It looked like a low budget horror movie.
Happy
Like
Death
not-
Day.
Yeah, it looked like a low budget
Happy
horror
Death Day was actually pretty
knockoff
good.
of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like you ever see? Because they made. If you watch the trailer, it looked like there was a Spider-Man knockoff killer on the loose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that was pretty interesting way of looking at it because you never see it that way. So I'm like, that's interesting. I know a lot about Madam Web and I've never seen her young before, so this one was different in that regard. But I already knew that going in. The premise could work. I agree. The trailer garbage is a stretch, but like it
No, he's
wasn't.
he's cooking.
It wasn't selling
not.
everything. It wasn't the best. I don't think it was selling the movie at its best. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I did like the costumes that we got to see though.
Yeah.
I thought that was
That
dope.
was good. I will give you that.
I've been intrigued ever since I found out who the characters were.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, all right, so you're gonna introduce like 3 different Spider Women with
Aren't
Oh.
they from
Madam
like
Web.
different generations though? That
Yes,
that just seems a
it's
little
weird.
weird to me.
Oh no,
So
it's 100% weird.
I mean, there's a lot weird about this, so I think
Uh,
weirdness is
I mean,
the name of the game.
We're in a
I
Spider-Man
mean,
universe with no Spider-Man.
That's
It's-
yeah,
already good.
they're
Again,
like
I
really
mean,
far
I don't know
apart.
who that guy is. Like,
He looked like a
dollar store
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Ezekiel
That's-
Sims.
He looked like a Spider-Man. He has the powers
Well,
of Spider-Man.
you have
Apparently,
his-
when I
you
googled,
have his-
Spider person.
he has
You
the
have
powers.
Ezekiel Sims. You got a young Ben Parker in this motherfucker. You have the 3 girls. You have Julia Carpenter. Now, see, Julia was my Spider Woman for a long time when I was younger, and that's what's her name's character?
Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
That's Sydney
Sweeney.
Sweeney's.
Sydney
Okay.
Sweeney, yeah.
Mm.
I know that character from the comics. So I thought they were gonna do the Julia Carpenter version of Madam Web when I first saw
That's what I thought too.
Dakota Johnson, because they made her look young. They gave her the red jacket. That's very much what Julia looked like as Madam Web. But they didn't. Obviously, they're still going with Cassandra. I'm fine with that, whatever. And she even mentions the fact that she gets paralyzed in the future. So maybe you're like, well, she maybe not in the trailer, but in the vignette, she mentions it. I'm sorry, because there's like a vignette that goes with it. So I'm like, interesting that she knows that fact. Well, she should consider. She probably did research on the character. The other 2 characters, Maddie Franklin,
Franklin and Anya.
Anya Corazon.
Corazon.
That's why I can't wait to see like all their like. We saw 2 costumes pretty good. We still didn't get a very good look at Anya, so I'm very curious where they go with it.
Maddie's costume looks pretty cool.
And they all look accurate for the most part, especially Julia and Maddie's, because we got the best look. And then they gave her the spider legs too. She has that in the comic books. It's accurate. So I'm like, this is dope. Like a lot of it, there's certain things that were really cool. But again, there's a lot of weird shit going on that it's very hard to explain if you don't know what you're looking at. So maybe they could do a better job of cutting that better.
Fair. I mean, I'll watch it. I might. I'll wait till streaming. Probably.
Yeah, I'll probably just wait until I hear y'all thoughts on it. I'm not.
But-
I'm going now. I'm going to open at night, so I'll be there.
I'll be
We'll
there.
see. We'll see
I'll
what
be there
comes out
eventually.
around that time.
Yeah, I didn't watch Morbius until like after the theatrical release.
Way after.
Yeah,
I was there.
It took me some time.
For sure.
The first release or the second release?
The first.
Yeah,
since
after the first release.
It's more.
I didn't even know there was a second release.
Yeah, it was enough jokes that they were like, "Oh, let's make some more money on it," and it bombed again. And it's like, yeah, it should have.
Fucking Morbius. It's still weird. It's funny that those movies are probably the ones that should have been R over even Craven. And we're gonna get Craven at R. Which
Yeah.
is funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
the like no blood thing was kind of weird for a vampire movie.
I grew up with that too, though, because my first introduction with Morbius was the Spider-Man, where he wasn't even allowed to bite people. He had like suction cups on his hands. It was weird.
Oh Lord.
It was ugly. If you had
That's weird.
that circle thing phobia, it was not good.
Oh, the trypophobia? Oh
yeah.
no.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. They weren't small, but they were still enough to fuck with you.
Well, any other thoughts about Madam Web before we keep the Marvel train going? Somewhat Marvel train, I guess.
I have nothing.
All right. Well, to close things out, I wish we would have organized this a little bit better because we have yet another director that will not be doing yet another film. This time, Taika Waititi. We found out that he will not be a part of the next Thor film, Thor 5. I myself am very happy about this change. I feel like Taika's kind of run his course with Thor as a character. Some people are like, maybe he will come back at some point, maybe not, but I don't know. From after Ragnarok, I have not been so much a fan of Thor. But yeah, I would love to hear some perspectives. Trayvon, I saw you kind of give the fist of happiness. I don't know what you call
They
it.
gave him too much power when he did
Yep.
Love and Thunder. They just gave him
Yes.
too much power. I'm like, yeah, let's not. Like, he was fine. Ragnarok was great, but they were like, oh, it's great, so we'll let you do whatever you want for Love and Thunder. And what he did, I was like, no, absolutely not. Yes, go do something else. We'll see you.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel about it. And hope they bring Thor back to Ragnarok, back to that, because that was perfect. So we'll see on what they do for this next.
It's so crazy. I've never seen a director have so many hits and then just go, well, I'm done. We're going to just do whatever now. And it just feels like that's what happened with his last few films.
Maybe he got complacent. Maybe he wasn't hungry for it anymore.
Good old
Who's
M.
to
Night
say?
Shyamalan effect. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, maybe. It's so insane. I'm so glad he won't be coming back, though. You guys are right. Ragnarok was great. Love and Thunder left a lot to be desired. And I don't think that he was going to get back to Ragnarok sort of levels. I didn't see his latest directed film. I think it was Mike who was talking about it and said, yeah, you don't need to. So it's like, ooh, it sounds like we're along the same lines of it. So
I'm happy about Hercules, though. Keep him. Yeah. All right. Oh my God.
I hope it does.
Yeah, keep Hercules, please. Bring him back with the same suit he had on too.
All right. Going out to man's here. AJ, what's your position on this?
Yeah, I'm very happy that he will not be coming back after Love and Thunder, the worst movie of the MCU as a whole.
Wow.
Garbage.
Really?
Atrocious.
That bad?
Just blasphemy.
I think it's some worse ones.
Blasphemy.
I could definitely think it's worse.
Of the MCU?
Yeah,
Of the
absolutely. I
MCU?
can. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely not. But yeah,
that is very true.
I am very happy.
Dark
that
World
he's
exists.
Yeah. Joelle, same feeling? Or are you a Taika fan? You're like, this is outrageous. How could they do this to my favorite director?
That's a stretch.
gone.
I don't mind Taika. I've enjoyed his movies thus far, but I think it was a little too much with Love and Thunder. Even as much as I enjoyed the movie, had issues with how silly it got at times. It kind of killed the momentum at times. And for me, I liked a lot of what it set up, but it didn't always hit, and that was really my biggest issue with it. It was just too silly sometimes for me. But at the same time, I loved Ragnarok, and I think it was the best Thor movie we've gotten. So it's like hit and miss. I think it's time for maybe a change of direction, literally, and maybe more of a mix in between what we got in Ragnarok and some of the classic ones.
Yeah, I agree with all of that.
What Mike said, Ant-Man 3 exists. To that, I would say Ant-Man 3 had no character assassinations. So no, that is absolutely wrong.
I mean, some people
Iron
would
Man
argue
3
with that.
exists.
Iron Man 3 exists as well,
Said
yes.
Iron Man 3.
Talk about
Bringing up
character assassinations.
Bringing up some good points, man.
Okay, fine. I'll just equal out Iron Man 3 and Thor Love and Thunder. They're both the worst in my MCU.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You saw one guy get killed.
He got God
Christian Bale
He
did a
didn't
good
say
job.
God's butchered.
Dang.
You know what's funny, Didge? Because I feel like Taika went that literal with this
Oh, I
as well.
hope not. That was
He was
Taika.
like,
Me and Taika would have to
title is
talk.
God
Like, yo,
Butcher.
man.
Not gods. So we just want to let him kill one of them. That's it.
That's crazy.
That's some shit
absurd.
he would do too. Just to spite the fans.
Well, to close things out actually, I don't know if we're closing things out because this story came out of nowhere. But
You know it. I brought it up.
oh, I see. Well, Supergirl finds it writer.
Did I put it? Oh,
yes,
damn.
you did.
I
All right, she reads exactly what's on the page. You gotta be careful.
I should have went out so
I
hard
just
saying that
reading
I
my
brought this
lines
up.
as I
Yep,
was
that
directed.
my fault. That was my fault.
So please, Didge, go into this writer that it got.
Not too much, Jamie. But no, Supergirl got its writer, Anna Noguera. She coincidentally was contracted to write the Supergirl film for the DCEU. Then obviously James Gunn and Peter Safran took over, and they decided to bring her back to write it. So clearly, whatever work she did prior to that, they were like, you know what, we like this. Keep on with it. I wonder if it was the same storyline. Like, I wonder was she already doing the Women of Tomorrow storyline, and they were just like, yeah, we really want to use that. Or if it was whatever kind of plot that she was gonna have that they just really liked. But I mean, we know Supergirl is coming, I think 2026. So it's good to see that they're still chugging along with it. I know in the Deadline article it said it didn't have a director, but obviously pre-production, pre-development, I guess, has already started.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holler.
I'm happy everything's moving.
Then James Gunn had a comment on that too.
This man is on fire today.
On these, I think, yeah, he did. He posted about it. I can't remember his exact post, but it was a lot of. It definitely was a lot of the. You know, we're excited to bring her in. You know, just bring a lot of the work that she does. Like it's one of those things where this isn't a rumor. Like he officially was like, yeah, no, that's happening.
Cool. Well, I have not seen the Supergirl show, or
yeah, you definitely don't have to.
I don't think I've seen any Supergirl focused media, so this will be the first.
To understand the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, you don't have. I enjoyed the Supergirl show. No, Supergirl. All CW shows lasted 4 seasons too long, but Supergirl was one of the ones that I was like, all right,
was different.
Is cool.
Yeah, but Supergirl did things different than the comics, so like you don't have to watch the show to understand the comics.
Right. Trayvon was ready to fight. That's all that was. He came in ready to fight immediately.
It's like there will be blood.
All right. Well, Trayvon, what do you think about this Supergirl movie? Does this give you any kind of like excitement or any particular feelings at all? I guess I don't know. I have no perspective on this.
I just want to see her be a badass. I just want to see that. I just want to see, I'm waiting for this. I'm excited that things are moving along. Like that's, 2025 is a little while away, but we'll get there. And then we'll get the movies, and then hopefully they'll be consistent. They'll keep coming out every year or maybe 2 a year or something like that. So that's what I'm excited about mostly. They're moving forward.
Wow. Imagine DC and Marvel coming out same time, twice a year. Same-ish time.
The storyline was great. Woman of Tomorrow. It's a good comic. You should read it if you haven't.
Okay.
I'll add it to my list of things to read after Naruto.
I'm assuming I can listen to it, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a comic, but you want to listen to it?
Yep. I don't like reading.
You don't want to look at the pretty pictures?
It's too much work.
Comic Historian might have did it, or you can just watch it like a.
That's true. He does have some good video breakdowns like that. You should check that out. Trayvon.
Very smart way to do things.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Unless there's like a motion comic, they'll act it out for you.
AJ, any thoughts on this one?
Of course. But first, I found a quote. James Gunn said, "Above and beyond anything I hoped it would be."
I mean, hold on. He was like hyping up the Flash, so I don't know if I can fully trust him.
That was still fair,
he had to hype up the Flash because
he
the Flash movie needed a lot of help.
But I can't trust him.
He had to sell his
He did.
He had to make as much money as he can before his DCU started.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows what Zaslav would have did.
The struggle was real.
He did do a video on it. So.
I'm not surprised.
Good. There you
go. Mike said that Tom King is a producer on it, which is really good.
Ooh, very nice. I like Tom King.
I mean, it is the king. Just saying.
Mhm.
But yeah, this really got me very excited for the movie. I was already excited because I read Woman of Tomorrow, which was a beautifully crafted story, very dark,
Mm-hmm.
very it is
It get
very
hopeless
dark.
at some point. So I'm
Is
gonna let y'all
it?
know.
Yes,
It has
it
moments.
gets crazy.
Yeah, there's once like it's crazy.
It's a beautiful character study of Kara as well. It's
Kind of
just
a coming of age too. What she like
yes, yes,
right?
yes.
She's turning 18 or some shit.
Oh, that's a good point. I guess we should have said that.
I didn't know who he was, so I was just smiling and nodding, like, "Oh, Tom King, yeah, love
Why you
it."
gonna do that?
Listen, I wasn't trying to take away from y'all's points. I was just gonna ask about it later.
I just know he's a writer. I didn't know he actually wrote that. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know who he is.
That's really good. The fact that he's a part of it, because I mean, clearly they'll be able to ask him any questions about his thoughts or why he made the choices that he made.
100%.
They can ask him, "Is there electricity in this world? How do phones work?"
I hope
It
they don't have
does,
that.
Jamie. I will say this: the comic book itself feels like a Star Wars movie.
Interesting.
It is very out there.
Yeah.
Literally, it's out there.
Okay.
No,
All right.
And it's a
I'm
revenge
intrigued.
story. Like I feel
No,
like that's
she-
not spoiling anything because that's in
Space
the
Train.
description. It's all about revenge.
Yes.
Mm.
You mentioned electricity, so now I'm thinking about Static Shock. Thanks, Jamie.
Oh.
Doesn't take much.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Joel, what do you think about this? And knowing now with the added information that Tom King is a producer.
Cool. That's cool. I love Tom King. So, I mean, I figured it already had a writer. I figured it's just that now they're telling us. So it's cool to know who it was and her history, the history behind it. That she originally wrote the Supergirl treatment for the DCU's version, and how they liked it so much they brought her back. That's interesting to me because you wouldn't bring someone back if they didn't like what they wrote. If you liked her that much, that's pretty interesting. I'm curious to see what she wrote and where they go with it, because the fact that movie's on the docket with a Superman movie is just so rare. I'm just curious how it's filmed. Well, considering the story in the comic book, how close to the comic book will it be in terms of age and all that stuff too? Like, just a lot of different question marks I have when we get closer to it.
What's also interesting before you sign off is that Supergirl treatment that she did for the prior regime, it was listed. It was supposed to be a spinoff directly of the Flash,
Right?
so it was written with Sasha Kaye in mind. And a
Right.
lot of people are wondering if that's a rumor or if that's a hint for anything to come with this one.
Interesting. You brought Sasha Kaye up. Mike says Streets saying Sasha Kaye will be recast.
Streets are definitely saying both. Let's be honest.
That's why I think it's just a whole new treatment. I don't
for
think
sure.
It's
that could be true.
It has to take whatever references to the Flash. It has to cut.
Yeah, take those out.
Yeah, but at that point they would just write a whole new script, which I really think they did. So
yeah, I don't think she had the script done prior to the whole regime changing. But
she probably took elements of that story and brought it.
Right.
Sure.
I like that. We should go full into it.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think this. Like I said, I definitely have seen both. Some people, I think it's more so the Sasha Kaye fans are like, "Oh, is this a sign that she'll stay?" I think the realistic part is probably closer to what Mike said, that she'll get recast, just because it seems like even if they'll bring the writers or like just certain parts, they're overwhelmingly, other than Blue Beetle, just kind of want to do their own thing, which probably makes the most sense if you're really being honest.
Yeah.
CTL in the chat said the regime has changed so many times. I wouldn't be surprised if it was completely different. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not. They liked it enough. So
I mean, honestly, that Kara was very lost. I could see a woman tomorrow type storyline from that Kara, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting indeed. AJ, thoughts? I heard a grunt and then a face
No,
afterwards.
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to talk about the Flash anymore, so it's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
All right.
Look, we can cut that off. We are perfectly fine.
Mhm. All right. Well, before we start to close things out, did y'all want to talk about any shows that you've been watching or just the projects that people should keep their eyes out for? Anything like that? I know for me, I believe I mentioned this on Monday, but Blue Eye Samurai, very good. They actually dropped a special edition episode of it on YouTube that you can watch for free. It is a little bit into the season, but if you're caught up, it shouldn't be a problem. So I recommend that. Check it out.
Definitely should be watching it. It's great. I need a season 2 ASAP.
Absolutely.
So please watch.
I'm watching already.
I guess for me, okay.
No, I'm sorry. I have nothing.
I've been watching Fellow Travelers. That honestly, some of the steamy stuff is what got me and want to see it in the first place. But it's about basically people that work in like the political system a long time ago, where they would get fired just for someone thinking they were homosexual, men and women. It was very very interesting. Like everybody's so scared and shook, and everybody's so it has Matt Bomer as who was white in White Collar, and he was in American Horror Story too for I think Hotel
And Doom Patrol.
Yeah, and Doom Patrol. Yeah.
For the nerds.
But yeah, so and it also has Jonathan Bailey in it as well. They're both openly gay as well, so that was something I was really interested about too. I was like, oh, cool. I watched the show and it's very good, very intense. Everybody's on the edge. It's a very good show. The Parents are limited series, so it's like I think like 8 episodes. I think it's been like 3 so far. I've been enjoying it. I think it's a Showtime show. And also I'm watching a show called Wicked City, which is on from the All Black service. It's basically a coven of black witches, and it's interesting. It's I watched season 1 was very good, and then I have season 2. I want to see them keep building and get more money, get a bigger budget for it because it deserves it. And then today this random trailer that I think it was American Society of Magical Negroes.
That name is so unfortunate.
I was like, "What is this?" But I'm here for it.
It looks so much fun, but that name is so unfortunate. I'm sure they're gonna explain it during it. But
they reference it.
Said something in it. He was like, that name need to be upgraded to magical black people. I was like, yes, it does.
It for sure does.
Yeah, but it was so random. But I was like, yes, give me this. Like, so yeah,
it did look cool.
It did.
So that's all I got right now.
I don't have much. Jamie and I watch a lot of the same stuff, so
Didge copies me.
That's not true, but you
know, not Didge copy.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you notice how I said it first, and then Didge is like, "Oh yeah, that's
you're the host. Of course, you said it first."
I don't know. I mean,
even when I'm not Negroes. That's the name. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But also watch Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin. It's a great anime about a girl who
beautiful.
Makes anime.
You're like 3 years late, but it's
this is like my 3rd time watching it.
3 years.
It's my background anime at this point because I know it. So it's like this is just great to have on when I'm doing stuff.
It is a great anime.
It is a feel good anime.
Just like Great Pretender, which I hope they announce season 3 at Anime NYC, please.
Jamie, when I posted that tweet, I was like, "Wait, I thought you've seen it before," and
I
you were like,
have.
"What is this?" You
No, you
watched it?
literally
No,
did.
you
You saw
posted
it.
no.
Yeah, see?
Because I was confused too. Because I've also seen it, but you just literally posted the website with no other
Yeah,
commentary.
you
The
posted
trailer
to the
was
Japanese.
No, it
was in the
wasn't.
front of the
No.
website.
No,
There
it
was
wasn't. By the
nothing
time
on there.
it might have been whatever link you thought it was, but it was literally just it went to like a splash page of the series in general, and I'm like, all right,
There was
this is
nothing
Oh,
it.
my
on there.
bad. I apologize.
That's
And
it.
when
Caused
I
mass
had it on
confusion.
there, I had the link with the trailer on there. I was like,
No,
okay.
the link was just also the website is in full Japanese, so that doesn't help
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, my bad. I apologize. Then.
It's all right. It's all
Well,
right.
what I've been watching lately is Invincible season 2, which is incredible so far. And
Invincible,
nobody's
you
talking about this on my Twitter page, but Rick and Morty.
mean.
Oh, I didn't know it was
Incredible.
back.
I'll watch it when it gets on Hulu. I don't have Adult Swim right now.
I've never seen the show.
I seen
It was
an
good.
episode.
I love that show, so very excited.
Is my favorite cartoon
Okay.
of all time.
It's great. It's great.
Interesting.
Favorite of all time is rough though. I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know if I have a favorite of anything. It's weird for me.
I'm kind of the same. Like somebody asked me to pick a favorite. I'm like, I don't even really think about things in that way.
Rocket Power.
Only time I
Rocket
do
Power
that
is
is
really good.
Power.
It is really good.
It is.
Especially the specials they had as well. It's fun.
That's an interesting pick though for favorite of all time.
Why is it
never watched Rocket Power.
I don't know. Honestly, I think Jamie and Joel are right about just having a favorite. It's just like it's the absolute.
There's a lot of great ones out there.
Yeah, like
it's just a few that come off my head. Like soon the ones that make me smile the most. That's Rocket Power is one of them.
That's
Pup Named
Rocket Power.
Scooby Doo was one of them.
Really good as well.
Yeah.
Well, for me, Rick and Morty, I never laughed so hard for like any show other than Rick and Morty. Even though there's still a lot of funny cartoons out there, so it's just because of that reason.
Interesting. Very interesting. Joel, you got anything you're watching right now or something you want the people to see?
Take out my list.
You don't have a scroll. Just
Lil Nas X.
I updated, so I'll scratch them all off, like, you know. So right now, currently, I'm finishing up Sex Education, which I love. It's a great show. I'm gonna miss it, and I know it ends at season 4, so I'm a little sad.
At least they know it's ending, so that's good.
Yeah, I know, but still sad.
damn.
No, I'm saying
no, I know. A lot of shows definitely don't get known that they're.
The worst is when you get to the end, you're like hoping for season 3, and right in the nards. I am watching Blue Eyed Samurai. I'm like halfway through that. I'm watching Onimusha, which is actually pretty good too. I love that game. I want that series to come back so bad. I love it. So, I don't care what the fuck y'all think.
Nobody said anything. Why?
Oh, damn! I can read your mind so easily.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Evil smirks.
There was no type of evil smirk. I was looking off to the side, you know.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Again.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. That makes one of us.
I don't care. So Goosebumps.
How is that?
It's good. It's not bad. I like it a lot.
Did you know they were trying to do a Goosebumps the musical?
Why would they do that? Why would you ruin that?
Why?
No, not in the show. I've never seen the show. I'm just saying in general. They want to make Goosebumps the musical.
Hey, Mike, you love Didge? You know, it's out all night. Yeah.
Well,
Not too much. Why am I the villain today?
Everybody is somebody's villain, Didge.
I just want to give a shout out to Chucky, the series.
Yeah.
Oh, great. It's on my
damn good. I did not expect how good that show would be. And
it's violent.
Okay.
I gotta watch this season.
Is it scary?
It's if you don't like murder.
Honestly, for me, no, because it's the fact that it's Chucky. I never can get scared by this
gory.
doll. It's for sure gory.
Gory.
Okay.
For sure, gory, for sure.
I could probably handle it then.
Also, From. I just started From.
What's that? Where's that?
From.
Think
heard
it's
that.
on AMC. I can't remember which channel it's on.
From.
Um,
It's weird because
I haven't heard of
makes,
it either.
It makes me think of Them, and Them was really good. Now it's
Mm.
on-
I
it's on
can't
Prime.
even Google it because as soon as you
Google
Google from AMC, it's like refund from AMC.
Mm.
Something else from AMC.
Just-
Like
just
from
Google-
show or
Just
from?
Google
Is it
From
this?
series.
that
Oh, that's a
Oh
wild
man,
picture.
that looks kind of racist from
But
afar.
It was just
What?
a black dude.
that's how
It
it
looked
came
like
out.
somebody in blackface almost.
Wasn't that
No,
just a black
it's
guy?
a black man with a white person behind him. And like
I can't
uh,
even. From show didn't show
Is it
me
scary?
anything.
Is it a scary show?
It's supposed to be horror series.
Wait,
Oh, is this supposed to be like
this looks
Us
like
or
it.
something?
Man,
Us?
Oh wait, no, that was them. That was them.
Them is good. Like I told you, it's good.
We need to work on these names. Us is fine.
They're
Everything
very-
afterwards.
It's not like Them.
the
I know
marketing of
Them
the show
is
is
on
terrible.
Them was on Hulu, right?
Mm,
No, Amazon. Them was on Amazon.
yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Interesting. Well,
Oh.
before
Us
we
is about like a bunch of skin crawlers that invade Earth. And
oh,
yeah.
ooh.
And they dress up, not dressed up, but like transform into like a familiar face to the people in that specific city.
like body snatchers and shit.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
is
this
that you
show
said
has Harold
AMC?
Perrineau in it. You didn't say that, AJ. You don't know who Harold Perrineau is. That's why I get it.
I was gonna. Oh, no, I have two other shows I wanted to
I just think about the best man.
Ooh,
AJ's silence let me know immediately.
Wait,
he
what?
didn't know
I
who-
didn't even hear what you said.
He's
I said
nodding.
No,
I said you
because
didn't say
Joel was speaking at the time.
You didn't say Harold Perrineau was in this.
Was I supposed to?
Harold Perrineau.
Yes.
You should just take my suggestions and roll with it.
I don't know. You said you like Rick and Morty, and I personally don't.
To be fair, Jamie, you don't like fun shows, so it's fine.
You're getting harsh now.
Wow.
Whoa. He said you don't
Okay.
like fun.
All right. Yeah.
Yo.
What were the two shows you want to say, Joel, before I cry?
Oh shit. Anyway, I said I remember we watched an episode Upload at Comic-Con.
Oh yes. That was kind of interesting.
I started watching it from the beginning. It's
Oh,
not bad. It's pretty funny. I was looking for another comedy. It worked out. So I've been watching that, and I've been watching Lawman Bass Reeves. Also really good.
Is it? It looks interesting from the trailers that they show.
I like it. So far, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I've liked what I've seen so far.
How many episodes have there been so far? I felt like
3.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it hasn't been much. I just started. That's good.
All right, cool.
Oh, and the show Found. I forgot about that.
Found.
Oh, that sounds good. I wanted to see that. It's on Peacock.
It is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Basically, it's like they're not cops. They're like different lawyers, investigators, techies. Like they have like a group together where they're basically looking for the people that are missing that get left behind. Like they're like, we're gonna find all the other kids and people that are missing that you guys don't care about. Basically, that's what they do. And it's but there's a twist at the end of the first episode. I'm like, oh, I didn't. It throws you off. You're like, oh wow. So if you watch it, it's interesting. It's yeah. Shanola Hampton is the lead. I love them from Shameless. So it's like, yeah. So
he's in it.
Shanola.
She's in it. Oh, she's great. Yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
I thought you said what's his name?
Very happy for her. So
yeah, I haven't seen her in shit. I was like, it's funny. I was like looking for her because I haven't seen her in much of anything, and then she was in this. I'm like, oh, good for her.
Yeah,
like,
badass in it too. Love it.
Is she? Yeah, it's on my list. I keep forgetting about it though. I gotta check it out.
Well, thank you guys for sharing that. I don't want to expand our discography anymore. Otherwise, will give the audience quite too much to watch, but I would like to
No
extend
such
the
thing.
question down to the people in the comments. You know, if you guys have any suggestions for things that we should be checking out right now, definitely feel free to leave that below. And I'm sure somebody will give it a watch, give it a look-see, and get back to you on what they think. But yeah, thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Where can the people follow you, starting with Trayvon?
I am Nerd with the Tech everywhere except on TikTok. There's an underscore, and that's about it.
Where's the underscore?
I don't know. After the before, I don't know. Let me find it.
It's in there somewhere. Take your best guess.
I think it's at the end.
All right. And AJ, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at knerd89. I'm there basically 24/7. So if you want to talk, we can talk. And that's it.
You want to scrap? You can scrap. He'll take you.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
Anytime, any place.
If you can offer acai, AJ will also apparently
I'll
drive
eat
to
that
you.
too.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I got the money.
Yeah. Joel, where can the people support you at?
At Joel_J27 on Instagram and Twitter. That's about it. Not anywhere else, really.
Cool. And Didge, what's going on with you? What platforms you be hanging out at?
You can find me at Didge_DEE everywhere. Actually, one or two places there might not be an underscore between that. Now that I think about it,
Oh Lord.
look up Didge D. I guarantee I'm the only Didge D in the world.
Okay.
And look up Geek Set Podcast. That's just Geek Set Podcast everywhere.
And we do actually have well, at least I will be featuring some content and collaboration with Geekset, where I interviewed Samson Rutkin, who is a marketing manager for Anime NYC and Anime Frontier. So if y'all are interested in learning more about that convention, or like Samson's journey from being a fan to now helping coordinate those events, definitely be sure to check that out. And also some more housekeeping for you. Mike kindly reminded us that we have an Attack on Titan stream. Yes, a stream that will be happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. I had to think about it, like, is it a stream or recording? But it is a stream. It'll be happening at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Amateur Otaku channel. And then we also have a Scott Pilgrim versus the World video going up on the Chatter After, and Invincible will be going up next Friday on the Chatter After. So lots of content coming at you guys, especially, getting y'all ready for the holiday season, having some content ready for y'all. So yeah, please enjoy. Please leave some comments and some likes, letting us know what you think about it. And until next time, keep watching movies and TV and anime and all the things.
All that stuff.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.